I got to this in a very roundabout route because I went to college thinking I wanted to be a lawyer. And but I started out as a math major wanting to be a lawyer. And I went in to talk to my advisor who's, yeah.
Is there any specific reason why you did math? If you knew you wanted to become a lawyer? Just curious.
I just liked math.
Okay.
Yeah, and I knew that, you can go into law or actually many other fields from mathematics. Yeah. So I went into my advisor's office. I didn't know this, but he was a really famous mathematician. And I said, look, yeah, I'm going to be a math major, but I want to be a lawyer. What should I study? What courses should I take? What do you advise? And he said, I think you should take a course in statistics. That's very important in the law. And I thought, at that point in my life, I thought there's nothing more boring in life than statistics. And I absolutely do not want to do that. And so I started rethinking what it is I was going to do. And then I met my wife, and she was settled on going to graduate school, even as very early in her undergraduate career. And this was just a completely foreign concept to me. Like, no one in my family had a PhD. And so I started asking around about that, and I found out I could go to astronomy graduate school because it turned out I had enough in physics and enough in math to do that. And so I did it, and things were successful. I think that nowadays it doesn't really work that way for people in your generation. People feel like they have to get into the career almost as soon as they get to college. They want to start, they want to start getting research done so they can get into graduate schools and so on. So I don't think my path into the field would work nowadays. But it did give me a nice chance to sort of explore a lot of different ideas, a lot of different courses, and sort of move toward understanding things that would help me in modeling accretion disks.
What inspired you to come to astrophysics? Because you were you entered college thinking of doing becoming a lawyer, right? And then you take a turn to sciences. So how did that transition begin, or how did you come to realize that no, I actually might want to do a PhD in astrophysics?
Yeah, as I say, it was a pretty slow thing. So I started taking courses in physics, and I really liked them. I took an introductory physics course. It was at a very high level. So everybody in that class basically became a physics professor. Peter Schiffer, who's a professor of physics here for a while, was in that class. He was the vice chancellor for research, and everybody else became a professional physicist. So we were all working on our problem sets together and thinking about physics. So that got me interested. It was an interesting group, interacting with people. Oh, we can do it this way. No, we can do it. It was great. It was very interactive. And then I think the next big step was taking a course in general relativity.
Right.
And I took a course in that from Lee Smolin, who's now a fairly well-known popularizer of physics, in addition to being quite a distinguished researcher at the Perimeter Institute in Canada. And he was just interesting, and it sort of suited my sense for mathematics. And then I got introduced to another professor who worked on black holes. And so I learned a lot about that. And then I applied to graduate schools. And it must have been a lull in the applications, because somehow I got in and things worked out. Yeah, so slow process.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, that's a pattern that we've realized, is that a lot of you guys, meaning the professors, a lot of you guys, you guys were interested in one thing, but you guys are not really worrying about, oh, I need to get a grad school at this age with this amount of money, and then I want to do research with this X professor. So like everything is so planned out that causes so much anxiety and pressure for people to that they don't have time to even just think and just think
Yeah.
about nothing.
Yeah.
Which is something I find interesting because you guys seem to have made it, whatever that means.
Whatever that means. Yeah.
And you guys were just more relaxed about things.